Right now, if you walked outside and looked up, you'd see almost nothing. A few stars. Definitely not this. That's two galaxies, 23 million light-years away, in the middle of crashing into each other. And I took this picture from my driveway, in a light-polluted suburb, with a smart telescope called the Unistellar Odyssey. You point it at the sky, you tap a name on your phone, it does the rest. Tonight, I'm going to show you 5 things you can actually see this May. But here's the thing, every one of these has a story. One was drawn by hand by an Irish astronomer in 1845, before anyone knew what spirals in the sky even were. One contains stars older than Earth itself. One is being literally torn apart by its neighbor. And the last one has a black hole at its center hundreds of times bigger than the one in our own galaxy. I'll show you where each one lives in the sky, what your eye actually sees there, and why it matters. Let's go. First up, the Whirlpool Galaxy. On a May evening, it sits almost straight overhead. Find the Big Dipper. Follow the handle to the last star, Alcade. Drop down a little, and that's the spot. To your eye, there's nothing there. Even with binoculars, just a faint smudge. But this is what's hiding in that patch. 2 galaxies in the middle of a slow-motion collision. The smaller one is being torn apart, that faint bridge of light between them, stars being pulled from one galaxy into the other. Here's what gets me about M51. In 1845, an Irish astronomer named Lord Rosse pointed the largest telescope on Earth at this exact patch and drew what he saw by hand. He was the first person in history to see spirals in the sky. For 80 years, no one knew what they were. Then Edwin Hubble proved them to be entire other galaxies. What Lord Rosse drew with a pencil, you can pick up over your house. Next up, M3, a globular cluster. The May sky is owned by 2 bright stars, orange Arcturus almost overhead, and a star to its north called Cor Caroli. Halfway between them, that's the spot. In the chart, it's a faint fuzzy dot, easy to miss. Through binoculars, a tiny smudge. Through a telescope, that smudge becomes this. 500,000 stars, all gravitationally bound, all swarming around a common center, like a beehive frozen in space. Charles Messier discovered M3 in 1764, and it was the first object he found by himself while hunting comets. The stars in there are over 11 billion years old. They formed when the universe itself was only a few billion years old. The light hitting your telescope tonight has been traveling for over 30,000 years. It left M3 before humans had agriculture, before written language, back when our ancestors were painting the first cave walls. Now, back to the Big Dipper, because it's hiding 2 more galaxies, sitting in nearly the same patch of sky. Look at the Dipper's bowl. Find Phecta, the bottom inside corner. Draw a diagonal from Phecta up through Dubhe, and just keep going. About the same distance again. That's where M81 lives. Empty patch of city sky. Even with binoculars, just dark sky and a few faint stars. The kind of empty patch your eye glances right over, but it's a whole spiral galaxy. This is Bode's galaxy. About as many stars as our own Milky Way, 12 million light-years away. It's named for Johann Bode, the German astronomer who discovered it in 1774. And the same Bode who popularized the famous law of planetary spacing that led, 27 years later, to the discovery of the dwarf planet Ceres. What gets me about M81 is how ordinary it looks. A whole spiral galaxy quietly turning 12 million light-years away, visible from a driveway in the suburbs. M82 sits right next to M81. Same patch of sky, just a finger width away. You can frame both in a single shot. They call this one the Cigar Galaxy. We see it edge-on, like looking at a CD from the side, so in any small image it shows up as a thin streak. In the chart, barely visible. To your eye, nothing at all, and even with binoculars, just a tiny faint sliver. Easy to overlook, easy to mistake for a smudge on the lens. But up close, it's exploding. That bright knotted band running through the middle is a galaxy in the middle of a starburst. New stars are forming 10 times faster than in our own. And supernova shockwaves are blowing gas out of the galactic plane into intergalactic space. What set off all of this? M81, the galaxy we just looked at. They had a close gravitational encounter a few 100 million years ago, and the wave of star birth it triggered is still happening today. You're looking at a slow-motion gravitational car crash that started before our planet had grass on it. Last one. Face south, look about a third of the way up. That's where this lives. Down there is Corvus, the crow, a small 4-sided box of stars, an ancient constellation that the Greeks said was a raven that lied to Apollo and got banished to the sky for it. Up and to the right of Corvus is the spot. Empty sky, a few stars. Even with binoculars, it stays hidden, until you point a telescope at it. That's the Sombrero. a galaxy seen edge-on, tilted just enough that the dust lane wrapping around its disk cuts a dark band across the bright bulge in the middle. That bulge is hiding something extraordinary. At the center of M104 sits a supermassive black hole about 1 billion times the mass of our Sun. Hundreds of times bigger than the one at the heart of our own Milky Way. 28 million light years away, and the telescope picks up that dust lane like it was right there in the room. 5 objects, all visible right now in May, all from a backyard in the suburbs. The thing I keep coming back to. None of these are just pretty pictures. They're records. Lord Rosse drew M51 by hand 180 years ago and changed how humans thought about the universe. Charles Messier wrote down M3 in a list of things to ignore while comet hunting, and his list outlived his comets. Johann Bode found M81, and a few years later gave the next new planet its name, Uranus. Light from M3 has been on its way since the last ice age. The black hole in M104 has been quietly eating stars since long before Earth. You can see all of it from your driveway. Tonight, the sky is full of these. I'm using a unistellar odyssey to take these. Link in the description if you want a closer look. That helps the channel. Mostly though, I just want more people to know this stuff is out there. The universe has all these stories in it, all the time. You just need a little help to see them. If you liked this, hit subscribe. I do these every month as the sky changes, plus deeper dives on individual objects, gear comparisons, the whole thing. Thanks for watching, and clear skies.